After World War II, an American businessman named J. Paul Getty was the wealthiest person on Earth. Despite his massive fortune, he maintained extreme protective measures over even the smallest minor expenses. One evening, Getty invited 3 guests to the Cyprus restaurant in London. He insisted they walk around the block because it wasn't yet 10 p.m. Before that hour, the restaurant charged a 10-shilling cover per person. Even as one of the world's richest men, Getty refused to spend that extra pound for 15 minutes of convenience. Getty's habit highlights a fundamental financial truth. Your wealth is determined less by the total volume of your income and more by your defense against invisible lifestyle leaks. Most middle-class earners try to solve their financial stress by pouring more water into the bucket. They focus entirely on increasing income while ignoring the holes at the bottom. But a sealed bucket with a moderate flow will always retain more than a high-flow bucket that is riddled with leaks. We see this in lifestyle inflation. Every raise or bonus is immediately absorbed by upgrading a phone, moving to a bigger house, or matching a neighbor's spending. The input grows, but because the outflows grow just as fast, your net worth stays flat. Building wealth is a defensive game. Without a mathematical framework to control spending, a higher income simply traps you in a cycle of higher stress debt. To fix this, you must stop viewing purchases in terms of currency and start viewing them as the literal hours of human life required to buy them. Consider a standard monthly income of 50,000 rupees. If you work 200 hours a month, your true hourly rate is 250 rupees. That is the baseline for your time value audit. When you see a 5,000 rupee luxury item, you are looking at 20 hours of your actual life. Evaluating that item against 2.5 days of hard labor usually strips away the emotional impulse to buy it. This logic is most effective against high-frequency leaks like grocery shopping. Supermarkets are specifically designed to bypass your logic and encourage spontaneous spending. You can counter these marketing traps with 3 rules. Never shop hungry, avoid the overconfidence of shopping on the first when your bank account is full, and use a pre-written list with a strict time limit. A time value audit removes the emotion from consumption. It creates a rational barrier that makes it much harder for retail marketing to influence your decisions. Small daily vices represent some of the most significant leaks. Consider a 100 rupee daily habit, like cigarettes or premium junk food. The true cost of a vice isn't the daily price tag. It is the multi-decade opportunity cost of that money failing to work for you. Mathematically, a 100 rupee daily habit is a guaranteed loss of 40,000 rupees every single year. If you redirect that 40,000 rupees into an asset yielding a 10% compounding return, the trajectory changes. You aren't just saving money, you are building a compounding engine. Over a 40-year projection, that single redirected choice creates a capital base of over 2 crore rupees. This wealth is generated without you needing to earn a single extra cent in salary. Breaking a daily habit takes significant willpower, but the math proves that it is one of the most effective ways to transform a health liability into a multi-million rupee retirement fund. Status signaling is most visible in the driveway. Cars are the primary tool used to project an image of wealth not actually achieved yet. To keep emotion out of this major purchase, you can use the 20-4-10 framework. It acts as a mathematical gatekeeper for your cash flow. First, you must make a 20% down payment. Second, the financing term cannot exceed 4 years. Finally, the monthly payment must be under 10% of your monthly income. If you fail any one of these, you cannot afford the car. There is one final ceiling. The total price of the vehicle should never exceed 50% of your gross annual income. Following these rules means driving a less impressive car than your peers. However, it protects your cash flow from being drained by predatory debt. Some responsible decisions are also secret leaks, specifically the trap of combining life insurance with investment products. Money-back or ULIP plans claim to provide both protection and a return. In reality, this combination leads to very high premiums for very low coverage. Pure term insurance provides up to 10 times your annual salary and coverage for a small fraction of the cost of a money-back policy. The trade-off is purely psychological. You must accept that if you survive the term, you receive 0 cash back. Pure protection is an expense, not an investment. Once you stop trying to win your premium back, you secure maximum protection for your family while freeing up remaining capital for high-yield investments. Real wealth is often mechanically invisible. It is defined by the status items you chose not to buy and the bundled policies you avoided. If you struggle with impulse spending, run unbudgeted purchases through a time value audit. For the status chaser, adopt the 20-4-10 car rule. And for the novice investor, secure a pure term policy and automate your compounding habits. The most effective move you can make is to abandon the need to look rich today. By sealing the leaks in your bucket now, you build the mathematical capacity to act. Hit subscribe and click the bell icon for our next breakdown.